Hello, YouTube. It's your shooting buddy again. Updating a video that I did the other day, gas system for beginners. I kind of got a little bit diverted with talking about lubing the bolt and some other things, and the video went kind of long, so I want to try to correct some of those deficiencies. And let's focus our attention today just on the bolt. Again, this video is just really for beginners, people that want to get the very basic understanding of the AR-15 platform and how it works. In the other video that I put up, I mentioned how it's really this whole bolt is the piston that operates the gun. Instead of a push rod, there's a gas tube, and the gas tube forces gas to go down the gas key, and the gas key is forced backwards while the bolt itself moves forward to go into the unlock position, and then it's able to travel back along with the rest of the bolt carrier group. So here we go for a little bit more of a detail. So the first thing we want to do is take down our bolt carrier group, and the first thing you want to do is remove the firing pin. I always use this little tool because sometimes I can't get it with just my fingers. And you smack this down a little bit, and out comes the firing pin. Nice and easy, as you see. That's the way it should be. It should fall right out. Next thing you have to focus on is the cam pin, which is right here. You need to turn it sideways like that, and then lift it out. And that also should come out relatively easily. And you'll, when you're putting it back together, something that you need to pay attention to is the cam pin does not go in the hole from both sides. So what you need to do is make sure you have your actual bolt facing in the right direction, which is this way. As you can see, the ejector is at about the 4 or 5 o'clock position. That's what I like to use as an indicator that I have the bolt facing the right way, and then the cam pin should just drop right in. It should have no resistance at all. So then, as you probably know, the bolt just slips out. It should be under a little bit of tension, but you should be able to easily take the bolt out of the bolt carrier. Now, this is about as far as you want to take your bolt carrier down. You only really have this gas key left on here, and you can see, if we'll get closer, see if it'll focus, how the nuts, the bolts on the gas key are staked down. You see how the staking that's on there? And that's to keep these screws or bolts or whatever you want to call them. They're very hardened steel. It's under a lot of force and pressure, a lot of heat as well. And you don't want to force those screws out of there, because what's going to happen is you are going to break the gas key, and you probably will have to replace it with a new one. So you don't ever want to take this off unless you're planning on replacing your gas key, which I guess there's some reasons why you might want to do that, but not too many. So here's the gas key, as I keep saying. Over here we have the uh, we have the woohoo. There we go. We have the exhaust holes that are on the side of the bolt. Those are not lubrication points. Those are um, places where the hot gas escapes from the rifle as the action is being worked by the direct impingement gas system. So you don't want to throw oil in there, and you don't want to throw oil down into the gas key as well. There's no reason for any of that. I know they say that an AR-15 has to be run wet, but that's not really what it means. So let's look a little more at the bolt carrier group here. And you can see the tail end right here. So this is a full auto style bolt carrier group. And that's because of this longer tail section here on the bolt carrier. It makes the bolt carrier heavier, cuts down on the cycle rate, and it slows the gun down just a little bit. And it's a bit stronger than the standard bolt carrier group. Most of the bolt carrier groups that you see on these AR rifles for sporting purposes are this way. This is not unique in any way. This is not some crazy thing that people put in. It's just normal the way you do it. Now you can see here these serrations along the side, and those serrations are for the forward assist to grab onto and push the bolt forward if for some reason the bolt wasn't going to go. So most people don't really ever have reason to use the forward assist on their rifle, at least not too often, I hope. But in case you wanted to know, that's why that's there like that. So we get down to the lubrication. As I said in my last video, and I don't know if I did a good job. I know it was a hatchet job of editing. I didn't do a good job there at all. I have very primitive equipment, and I'm not very talented in that area. So I just slammed it together. But here we go. This is the lithium grease that I've been using, that I picked up from Walmart. It is called, as you can see, Red and Tacky #2. I got this whole tube for $6, and I use it for all kinds of stuff on my firearms now, including my 1911s and anything else that is using rails or wants to slide back and forth. The other thing that it's good for is when you're going metal, two different kinds of metals, and you're screwing them together or bolting them together. And it's a good thing to use a little dab of this grease on those joints so that you don't wind up having the metal seize on you. So examples of that are if you're building a rifle and you're putting the pistol grip in. The pistol grip, as you know, has a metal bolt that screws into the receiver through the bottom of the of the pistol grip, and that thing is steel, and your receiver is aluminum. So there's a chance for it to seize. So if you want to make sure you're going to be able to take it out later without having anything break, a little bit of this grease on the threads doesn't hurt anything. Also, I put it on the buffer tube threads and some of the other areas like that, so it doesn't wind up seizing up on you. This way you're able to take it apart at a later date. Getting back to the grease, so this is what it looks like inside. You can see there is a whole lot of grease here. I've been using it for a long time, and this is all that's out of here. You need very, very little of it. So there's probably 1,000 years worth of shooting for one person in this one tube. You have more of a chance of losing the tube than running out of lube. So the big thing about these bolt carriers is they always say it needs to be run wet, okay? But nobody really explains to the average person what that really means. I'm going to try my best here. You can see along here at the bottom of the gas key, there's a rail. Okay, that needs lubrication. Down here, there is another rail, and that needs lubrication, and that goes all the way to the front, okay? And those are the 2 points on both sides of the bolt that you really need to worry about lubricating. Everything else on this bolt carrier does not need lube. You don't want to soak it in oil. You don't want to have it dripping off. None of that. The little tiniest bit of grease or gun oil or whatever you're going to use is all you need. Now, what happens is when an AR-15, when, as they say, runs dry, then you need to re-lubricate it for it to go back to work. I've found that you get better results using this Walmart grease than you do with the regular gun oil. Gun oil is very thin and runs off very easily. This grease, even though you're using only a very tiny amount, you just need to put a little tiny bit there, and it stays. It does not run off. It's got enough staying power to it that it does not dry out. I've not run one of these dry yet, and I use the smallest little tiniest amount of grease as I can when I am cleaning my bolt carrier and getting it ready to go to the range again. So I'd like to demonstrate here what I mean by a little bit. So I dab my finger. Let's see where my finger is. That little tiny bit. And I take it and I am going to put it right here. And you can see I did not put all of it there. The rest of it I'm going to leave for down here. And that goes here. And the same on both sides, and that's all you need, really. You don't want to go crazy putting big gobs of grease or oil on your gun. Don't throw anything in the action. You do not want to spray it down with WD-40 or throw oil on top of your fire control mechanism or any of that. Just leave all that alone. Once in a while, in a long time, you may need to take it apart and clean it, and then put a little dab of lubricant when you're putting it back together in the pinholes and whatnot. That is what you need to do to keep it running. Do not put a lot of oil in there, because all it does is attract dirt and cause you problems later. Now, the other place that needs lubrication and attention is your bolt. So right in this area right here is, I don't know what you really call it, but it's like a waste. This is the part that gives the bolt some tension when you're putting it into the bolt carrier. You'll see when you push it in, it stops, and then you push a little harder and it goes all the way in. The same on the way out. It's the area here where it's grabbing. You can feel it when you run your fingers over right in here. It's a little wider. It's a little band that's going around there. That section of the bolt needs some lubrication. So again, I take a little dab of grease and run my finger around this here, and that's all she wrote. You don't need to dip this in oil or do any of that. Now, the next thing that's up is the gas rings. Gas rings are these 3 rings right here, okay, and they need a little lubrication. They act just like the piston rings in your car, and my understanding is the gun will run fine and was designed to run with only 1 ring in there, and the 3 rings are a redundancy. So you have that to look at. You want to just make sure your rings are in nice shape and they're not broken, because I'd say if 1 ring is broken, it's time to change all of them out. You might as well not rely on the fact that it can run with only 1. You want to keep it fully up to spec. So go ahead and do that. Now, the other part of the gun, of the bolt carrier group that needs some lubrication, is the cam pin. Whoa, where am I? There I am. The cam pin needs some lubrication. That's because the cam pin is in the bolt carrier group and it's constantly turning this way and that and being slammed. This is what is stopping the bolt as it moves in the bolt carrier group in each direction. So it's going boom, boom, boom. It's getting really knocked around hard. So what I do is put a little dab of grease around it, and that keeps it running nice and smooth, and I've not had any problems. I've had thousands and thousands of rounds through this rifle and have not had any problems with using this lube. The firing pin does not need any lube. You just need to clean it off, get the carbon off it as best you can, and that's all you need to do with this. It does not want grease. It doesn't want anything like that. You don't want to put anything in the firing pin hole that is going to cause it to hang up or be gummed up. This needs to float free inside of the bolt carrier group. So that's about it for that. I wouldn't lubricate anything else on the AR-15 on a regular basis. All that does is attract dirt and make gump and garbage in the bottom of your receiver. You don't want that. You just need to have a nice clean bolt, and there you go. Now, what I use to clean the bolt is this Real Avid bolt cleaning tool that I picked up at Bass Pro Shop for less than 20 bucks. And this has grooves that, can take care of everything that's on your bolt. You've got the scraper for the little waste here. You've got all kinds of things here that you can use this for. It's in the future, I'll make a video about this, but you can scrape out under the extractor with this thing here. Let's see if I can show it a little bit. But and between the bolt lugs, that's another place that needs little lubrication, is between the bolt lugs, not on the bolt face, but on the bolt lugs, and you'll be good. Little tiny bit of grease or oil. And so I hope this is useful to some people. Thanks for your time and attention. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Trying to make this channel grow a little bit. It's just been a hobby for me. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you watch it, and recommend it to any of your friends if you're so inclined. So again, thanks for watching, paying attention to me go on about this, and you guys have a great day, and keep shooting. Thank you.